Kansas Memorial Stadium. You know, it's been over a decade since this venue seen back-to-back sellouts, but boy, the Jayhawk faithful are back. It's homecoming. Jaylen Daniels, unbeaten Kansas Jayhawks. They take on the Iowa State Cyclones. And it has been a September to remember for Kansas. With 4-0 in the month, you know, ESPN FBI chances for them to start 4-0. How about less than 1% chance? But they did it. One of the reasons why they've got one of the most prolific offenses in the country, averaging nearly 50 points per game and also averaging nearly a first down every play. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Custer. It's my partner, Dustin Fox. We got Lauren Sisler with us as well. All right, partners. So Kansas looking to go 5-0 for the first time since 2009. They believe, though, a victory today delivers this program respectability and a ranking in the top 25.
Yeah, not so fast. You got to think about this. What happened last year in Ames, 59-7. This is going to be a huge test for the Jayhawks today.
And here come the Jayhawks on the field, and look at this crowd. One of the big reasons why the turnaround. How about their quarterback, Jaylen Daniels?
Yeah, this offense goes as Jaylen Daniels goes. And I give offensive coordinator Andy Koltenecki a lot of credit. He has adapted this offense to Jaylen Daniels. It's kind of an old school triple option attack, and Jaylen Daniels runs it to a T. He can throw it, he can run it. 11 touchdowns, just 1 interception on the season, and you can see what he can do with his legs.
Now let's talk about Iowa State, because they come in at 3-1, got one of the best defenses in the country, but boy, on offense, they got a stud receiver in the X-Man.
Yeah, they may want to triple team Xavier Hutchinson today, and listen, they need to have a big game from him. We know that Kansas offense, they're going to score a bunch of points. Iowa State, they're going to need to take some shots down the field, definitely to Xavier Hutchinson.
The Cyclones have dominated this series. They've won 11 of the last 12 against Kansas, including 7 straight. It's the Cyclones, the Jayhawks, the kick when we come back. Big 12 on ESPN. Let's go down to the field. Third person of our team. Here's our sis, Lauren Sisler.
Yeah, guys, there is quite a different feel inside this stadium these days. The second consecutive sellout, as you mentioned, because in over a decade. And the fans are buying the tickets, but the real buy-in is coming inside the walls of this football program. This is a team that's been buying in, really, Coach Leipold said since the spring. That's where he saw the cultural shift. And he said, we come out here, we're not preparing to hope to win football games. We're preparing and playing with the expectation of winning football games.
You're right. He said confidence has been the big theme.
Yeah.
These guys are going into every game confident. You know, these two squads have met every year since 1932. This is the 102nd meeting between the two. As you take a look at the head coach, Lance Leipold, his second season here in Lawrence. It's the third time in 5 years he's led his team to 4-0 starts. He did it twice at Buffalo. Tabor Allen kicks things away. We are underway here in Lawrence. Cyclones will start on offense. Kansas, of course, won the toss and deferred. And that means we get our first look here at the redshirt sophomore Hunter Deckers. First season for him starting. You know, he's completing 71% of his passes. He's already thrown for 10 touchdowns. This kid was the most prolific passer in Iowa high school history. He threw for over 10,000 yards, Dustin, in high school.
Got to fix those interceptions. 5 picks on the year. The turnovers they've got to correct.
Jairell Brock, the lone setback. And quickly, he swings it out to Jalen Noel. And Noel is close to a first down, about a 9-yard pickup.
Nice start here for the Cyclones. Pick up the first down there.
Yeah, they're going to mark it as a first down. So 1st and 10 from the Cyclones from their own 35. Here's Xavier Hutchinson. And Hutchinson across the 40.
An interesting start, trying to attack Kansas on the perimeter. Something that we saw Duke do a week ago, that barn burner.
And with that catch, he now has made one in 30 straight games.
Wow.
Fourth in Iowa State history to accomplish that. And he's got more records he's going to break today. 2nd and 4. Brock gets the carry. Brock cuts back. He's close to midfield. Mello Dotson makes the stop for the Jayhawks.
A great block by the center, Trevor Downing, who pulls, opens up a huge hole. And Cyclones going a little tempo here.
He's the captain and leader, that center. To the outside again to Hutchinson. And they're in Jayhawk territory. Kobe Bryant makes the stop for Kansas. And add another rucker. Look at this, he's now 2nd in Cyclone history when you talk about catches, just behind Alan Lazard, who's now in Green Bay catching passes from Aaron Rodgers.
Pretty good company.
Deion Silas has checked into the backfield. And it's Silas. And he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here comes Rich Miller. He's the leading tackler for Kansas. He's the quarterback of the defense as well.
Rich Miller, one of the transfers from Buffalo, comes over with Lance Leipold. Vocal leader of this defense, leading tackler. Knows the defense inside and out. Now a huge 3rd down here early in the game for Iowa State. And right there is your man, Xavier.
Deckers looks his way, now looks right, under pressure and sacked. Tywan Berryhill. And you know, one of the coaches said this is probably the most improved defensive player from last year on this squad.
Berryhill does a good job right here. He's going to come on a blitz. Wide open. I mean, just thing opens scot-free. Little twist and a huge sack and a really good job getting off the field after giving up a couple of first downs by the Jayhawks.
Loss of 10, so here comes Tyler Perkins, the freshman, one of the most prolific kickers they got. Look, he's averaging about 45 yards a punt. 2nd best in school history, best ever for a Cyclone freshman. That's a 38-yard punt, and here comes the man for Kansas, the junior Jaylen Daniels. Completed 82% of his passes. That was just last Saturday against Duke. Threw for over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air, ran for over 80, had another touchdown on the ground. He's the only quarterback in the country to do that in a game this season. Also, first player in Kansas history to have multiple games of at least 5 touchdowns, Dustin.
Has there been somebody just jump on the scene of college football as fast as Jaylen Daniels has in just 4 weeks? It's been incredible.
Devin Neal in the backfield with him, but he's going to go into the air, and that's complete.
The Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper, Luke Grimm, the junior.
Love that nickname. One of their most savvy wide receivers, go-to target in the slot.
Give him a pickup of 6. 2nd and 4. And up the middle is Neal.
Really, you know, Kansas, they've got about 4 different running backs that they can rotate through. Devin Neal's probably the most steady Eddie of the group, but wait till they put 20 Daniel Highshaw in the game, because he's the brute.
Here's the thing about Kansas, converting 67% of their 3rd downs. 2nd in the nation, only behind Minnesota.
And nearly 90% of the time, Brian, they're in 3rd and 5 or less, which keeps them on target ahead of the chains.
Well, you asked for Highshaw, he's in. Daniels, play fake, he's got a man wide open. It's Jared Casey. Casey down the sideline and forced out of bounds in Cyclone territory by Jerry Vaughn.
But Gary Vaughn just gets caught staring into the backfield as he's matched up on the outside with Casey, and Casey just runs a wheel route right here. He's going to run this wheel route right down the sideline, and Vaughn just gets caught staring in the backfield.
30-yard pickup for Kansas, and they're in business. 1st and 10 from the Iowa State 40. Here's Daniels. That one's tipped and nearly intercepted. Will McDonald got that big paw.
Well, I'll be calling his name a lot this afternoon. One of the most prolific pass rushers in Iowa State history. You see number 9 gets the big paw up right here. And you're right, Brian, nearly intercepted.
McDonald is the best player on this defense for Iowa State. Their career sack leader as well. Neal and Highshaw in the backfield. And upended is Neal.
That's a terrific tackle by the freshman, Jeremiah Cooper, coming up from his free safety position. They'll rotate in a ton of guys in the secondary for Iowa State. And Coach Jayhawks has done a really good job. He confuses offenses with the 3-3-5. They'll play 5-6 defensive backs at times. It's a nice stop right there.
Third and 9. Daniels is going to keep it. Check that at Jason Bean. Bean down the sideline and out of bounds. Bean is the redshirt senior. Backup quarterback out of Mansfield, but we got a flag on the play. But they love his speed. Elite speed is what they say that Bean has. And you saw it.
Yeah, you may have a hold here on Casey.
Offense number 47. 10-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Well, there's a reason that Bean gets to the edge. Casey's on the edge blocking. Looked like he's taking on 2 guys at the same time right here at the edge. Just grabs the jersey right there. Not a lot, but I can see why they called it, and that's going to bring it back. Bean has got some speed now.
He does.
Goodness
He does.
Gracious.
And you'll see both of these guys throughout the day. Highshaw. And driven back. Ryan Vance and Colby Reeder.
You got to give a lot of credit to the Cyclones defense the last couple plays, as they've been really good with their eye discipline, especially on that play. Not following Jaylen Daniels at all times, keeping their eye on the football. Now they get the football back.
Jalen Knoll is standing back at his own 5. Reese Vernon come to punt things away. And it's fair caught at the 16. So both teams have had the football, no score here in Lawrence. In Lawrence, Kansas just one of 18 teams now in college football that's unbeaten. There is 42-year-old Matt Campbell. You know, he's never lost to Kansas. 7th season in Ames. Second longest tenured coach in the Big 12, just behind Mike Gundy. Impressive what he's done there, because since 1928, he's got the best career winning percentage in Iowa State history.
And you know what's interesting, Brian, is that Lance Leipold talks about it all the time. He's almost emulating his program after Iowa State's.
Absolutely. Deion Silas in the backfield. Deckers fakes it to him, to Knoll. Knoll gets to the edge and out of bounds, but he's got a first down. Mello Dotson chases him out. 18-yard pickup.
Knoll coming off a big game last week, 7 catches for 120 yards, kind of a breakout game for him. And again, they're just doing this little, almost like extended runs, getting the ball on the perimeter to their wide receivers. That's like the 3rd time they've done that now. It's been effective.
And Knoll's looking for a big game. Look, he's from Kansas City, so he wants
it's a homecoming.
It's homecoming for him. Here's Deckers. Plenty of time to the outside and too high. And he was looking at Xavier Hutchinson.
And he had him. It was soft coverage on the outside. Mello Dotson was the corner playing a little bit of zone. And that football's just got to be thrown on the money. It would have been a first down. Gives great effort, though, to try to make this catch. But, man, if he can just bring that ball inside another yard, it's a first down.
That's the first miss for the southpaw. Inside handoff. Churning the legs again is Silas. And Silas Brought down at the 44-yard line. So that is a sophomore out of Memphis.
Now this is where they bring in all the tight ends, Brian. We know that Coach Campbell, Coach Tom Manning, their offensive coordinator, they love using tight ends. This is 3rd and inches. Watch quarterback sneak.
And he does sneak it. And we got a flag.
I think the Jayhawks may have jumped off sides. Right as Deckers moves up under center, there was a little bit of a jump.
Offside. Defense number 47 lined up in the neutral zone. That 5-yard penalty brings up first down.
Kevin Marr is our referee, so that's a first down for Iowa State. And Iowa State now at their own 49. And usually this is the area of the field where offensive coordinator Tom Manning, one of the best in the business, likes a little trickeration.
Always a good opportunity once you get out near midfield. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve.
Deckers throwing. Incomplete. You're looking again at Hutchinson, and O.J. Burrows was right with him.
Yeah, really good protection. Deckers just throws it a little bit high. Good coverage here of O.J. Burrows, number 5. Comes in. And you can see a clear, concerted effort to get the football to Xavier Hutchinson early in this game.
Deckers. And that's to Dimitri Stanley. He's the transfer from Colorado. Another 3rd down coming for the Cyclones, but they're in Jayhawk territory.
Well, you mentioned possibly a trick play. Would you do it on 3rd down?
Why not?
Why not, right?
Why not?
Why not? We know Jalen Knowles got an arm.
Here's Deckers over the middle, and getting loose is Knoll. And Knoll's got a first down, plenty more for Iowa State.
Kobe Bryant, the cornerback, comes up to try and make this tackle. And you take a look at how Knoll gets open, motions down. It's a little bit of a bunch stack. Beautiful throw, and he cuts outside, breaks the tackle of Bryant for the first down.
Pick up a 15. Eli Sanders is checking to the backfield for Iowa State. Deckers is going to keep it, though, and maybe should have handed it off. He got back to the line of scrimmage. Jeremy Robinson was the first guy who met him.
And Robinson does a really good job staying at home, reading his keys. I'm telling you, vision is one of the biggest issues that defenders have to deal with the RPO game. And Robinson did a great job there.
No game.
Looks like there's some confusion on the Jayhawks defensive side of things.
Oh, the snap, no. And Deckers was not ready for it. Luckily, Eli Sanders was there. That was nearly disaster for Iowa State.
And what a break, because the Jayhawks defensively were not lined up. They were all looking around to get a call, and just at the same moment, the ball is snapped. Downing snaps it right over the top. It actually hits Deckers. And you're right, Brian, really lucky. Johnny on the spot. Eli Sanders saves the day.
You can see Deckers was he was still looking at the sideline.
Yeah, he was not ready for that.
For the play.
Give credit to the crowd noise here at the booth.
3rd and 20 now. Boy, this quarter's zipping by. Under 4 minutes to play. Hutchinson in motion. They'll give it to Hutchinson. Receiver screen. Gets a couple of blocks. He's across the 30, brought down at the 27-yard line of Kansas.
Decision time?
13-yard pickup.
How do you feel about your kicker?
Yeah, right.
Apparently not that great.
Well, he's a freshman.
Yeah.
Jace Gilbert. But they're going to go for it.
College kicker.
Yeah. 4th and 7.
Place is getting loud.
Deckers through the air. And caught by Dimitri Stanley, the senior.
Boy, at the top of the route, Stanley does a really good job and maybe gets away with a little bit of a push-off on Kobe Bryant. You'll see right at the top of your screen, not really much of a push-off, just a really good stem. Comes back to the football, and luckily for the Cyclones, it was right at the sticks.
Yeah, it was 4th and 7. They got 8. 11th play of this drive coming. This is Sanders. And Eli, he's a freshman out of California. They love the speed this youngster has. The Cyclones in here in the red zone.
You're right, Brian. This quarter has flown by. And what we thought was going to be a very high-scoring game, 0-0. Just about 2 change to go.
Keep in mind, the Cyclones offense last in the conference in the Big 12. Here's Deckers. Plenty of time. Under pressure, though, and sacked. Sam Burt, Jeremy Robinson.
Here's 90. He's going to be the one that finishes it off. We also got 93 coming in here. 93 is going to be a double team. He's the one that makes him spin out, and then 90, Jeremy Robinson is the one that finishes him off. That's really good pass rush by the Jayhawks.
Loss of 11. So 3rd and 18 now. From the Jayhawks 28. Deckers throwing. And that's complete to Sean Shaw Jr.
37-yard kick now.
Yeah, you definitely have probably kicked this one. 7-yard pickup. So here comes Jace Gilbert. He's a freshman out of Oklahoma. He's been perfect so far, 5 of 5 on the season. This is going to be from 38. His career long thus far has been 39. Snap is good, hold is good, and the kick hits the upright.
Wow. It's homecoming. Everything's going right for the Jayhawks early in this ball game, especially defensively. Wow.
"11 plays. Iowa State doinks it. No score here in Lawrence. Lawrence, as Iowa State went 14 plays, 63 yards, took almost 8 minutes off the clock and missed a field goal. Jyrell Brock, though, has not played. You see him limping since that first offensive series for Iowa State. Let's go down the field and Lawrence Sisler.
Yeah, guys, he's been on the sidelines here, walking up and down the sidelines, trying to work out what looks like a lower body injury, kind of limping there on the leg. A little bit of frustration you can sense from him, and he's really a steady guy on offense for them, so I know they certainly want to get him back as quick as possible.
Yeah, you're right about that. Meanwhile, for Kansas, Jaylen Daniels, Jason Bean, they've got both quarterbacks on the field.
Hey! You got all tangled up here. Step over here.
Daniels to Bean, Bean to throw it. And making the catch is Luke Grimm.
A little trickeration. Get 2 quarterbacks in the backfield. I like this call. You hand it off. Bean could easily run that. He's one of the fastest guys in the team. Shows off a little bit of arm strength. Good tackle there by, again, the freshman Cooper.
7-yard pickup. 2nd down and 2. And that is the first quarter. How about 26-minute first quarter?
You set a record?
Unbelievable, huh?
Wow.
How about that pace? And no score, as you got one of the best offenses in the country taking on one of the best defenses. And it's 0-0 here in Lawrence. No score as we begin the second quarter here in Lawrence. No surprise when it on the Iowa State side of a ball, because listen, this is one of the best defenses in the country. They're the best in the Big 12, not mistaken, 7th nationally.
It's incredible. Brian, they've only given up 27 total points through 4 games.
Highshaw.
Oh, look at this.
And Lachlan in the backfield. There's Highshaw breaking tackles. And close to the 45. And look, Iowa State says he lost the football. Orion Vance, but you can see Kevin Marr, the referee, saying he was down. They're going to discuss it, though.
Matt Campbell's pointing, obviously.
So first down for Kansas.
How about this little untraditional triple I formation? They give it to Highshaw. Let's see if the ball comes out. It's hard to see from that look. They're stripping, trying to get it out.
I think they're going to take another look, too.
They may want to take another look, yeah. It was hard to tell from that angle specifically, but you could see them ripping at the football.
Rolling on the field, but the runner was down.
So they'll take another look and see if Highshaw lost the football. No score here in Lawrence. Long look, but they say the play stands that he was down. You know, Iowa State has a Big 12 best, 8 takeaways. They thought they had 9.
It looked like he definitely stripped it, but you couldn't tell whether the knee was down or not. And we looked at every different look that we had, and it was just really difficult to find a good one.
So 1st and 10 for Kansas. From their own 43. Daniels. Plenty of time to the outside. And he had Luke Grimm, but a flag, and it's late. Miles Purchase in coverage.
Boy, if that's pass interference, I don't know that I agree with that call. And he was in a defeated position on Grimm, but he didn't make much contact. Take a look here. He's in a defeated position right here.
A little early?
Yeah, a little early in the slow-mo there, but in real time, it looked like it was close.
Defense number 5, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You know, the officials told us, Brian, a couple weeks ago, anytime a defender's in a defeated position like that, and they make any contact before the ball comes, and you don't turn your head around, they're going to call it every time. So that's what they decided right there.
So 1st and 10. Jayhawks now in Cyclone territory. Daniels. Receiver screen to Tanaka Scott.
Scott's kind of the one to keep an eye on. We're talking with some of the staff for the Jayhawks, and they said hasn't done a lot so far, but a really young player that has had a really strong camp and is coming on. I mean, for a guy 6'4", 205.
Love his upside, they said.
Yeah, out of Mobile.
Here's 2nd and 6 now. Daniels steps up under pressure and eludes that rush. And chased out of bounds by Jeremiah Cooper.
Daniels has all day to throw, and this is credit to their offensive line that has only given up 1 sack this season. But again, Daniels shows off his athleticism. This could have been a sack if it's just an average quarterback with average athleticism. Does just enough to avoid the pressure. Ends up picking up a couple yards.
Yeah, 3 yards. in that pickup, so it's 3rd and 3.
Again, they're ahead of the chains. They're always either 3rd and 5 or less, it seems.
And they convert again on the season 67% of their 3rd downs.
Speed option.
Yep. And he'll pitch it out to Neal. Neal down the sideline. Neal puts his shoulder down and brought down inside the 5 by TJ Tampa.
Yeah, they can do it in a variety of ways. They can run the triple option, or they can just go old school, just speed option down the line. You read the end man line of scrimmage, gets a good block, and then Neal takes it inside the red zone. Look at some of these blocks down the field. Ooh, you got a bunch of dudes just laying on the ground. Terrific job on the outside.
Neal picked up 30. He gets the call again and got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was it.
Now there's Bo Freeler, 17, their middle safety, who last week I know a lot of Iowa State fans were really upset. He was called for targeting on the 4th play of the game. So ends up missing that whole ball game against Baylor, and they certainly could have used him. Now this is the area of the field where Jaylen Daniels can make it happen with his legs.
They give it to Highshaw. Highshaw leans into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas. Fifth touchdown of the season for the sophomore.
The question is, does he get in? He extends the ball right at the end, does a good job, cuts inside, gets tripped up here at about the 3. Oh, he keeps his leg up. Oh, that is such a great effort by Highshaw. Oh, my goodness. How does he have the balance? He puts his hand out like a 3rd leg to hold him up and give him that extra balance. This is just a tremendous effort.
And the reach. They'll take another look at this as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's close. But A for effort. My goodness. Yeah, Cooper comes up as the one that trips up.
Is that elbow down right there?
Yeah, but where's the ball at?
Yeah,
because
right.
he's extending the ball as he's rolling over top. This is like an acrobatic maneuver.
It is. That looks like touchdown to me.
I don't know how you overturn that. This is probably the best look.
Elbow and ball right there at the plane.
What an effort. It's like he has awareness to not let his forearm touch the ground. He does look like Superman.
Here's Kevin Marr, our referee.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
So as the Jayhawks who strike first, 7 plays, 79 yards, and they do it in 4 minutes. And here comes the redshirt junior out of Westerville, Ohio, Jacob Borchella. That's my boy. You know, Westerville's my hometown.
I know you're from Westerville.
It's my boy. You're my guy, Jacob.
There you go.
Representing the Ville. Shout out to everybody back in Westerville, Ohio. And that kick is money. 7-0. Kansas on top of Iowa State here in the second quarter, thanks to Daniel Highshaw. It's his 5th touchdown of the season.
It was a great. That'd be tough to take that one off.
7-0. Our score here, thanks to Daniel Highshaw, as he's reenacting his touchdown score.
I would too. If I had that much skill in acrobatics, I'd be coming on the sidelines and showing everybody, look what I did. You see me do this? Yeah, that's right.
Jalen Knoll, Miles Purchase, back deep for the Cyclones. And Allen will kick things away. When we come back, Cyclone football.
When I was at Canton Glen Oak, they put a whooping on us.
Did they? What was the score?
Well, 63-0 my sophomore year, so that was not a pretty game. Shout out to Coach Wakefield there with the Perry Panthers.
Here's Deion Silas. Stiff arm, gets to the edge, and Marvin Grant forces him out of bounds to transfer out of Purdue. It's a 4-yard pickup, though, for Silas.
And Brian, I still think as Iowa State goes here, their best chance to get points on the board, they've got to take some shots. I really think that they've got some matchup edges on the outside.
Well, here's Deckers. He throws over the middle, incomplete. On the back shoulder of Deion Silas.
You know, last week against Duke, Kobe Bryant and Melo Dotson, the two corners, both were giving fits basically by the Duke wide receivers. And look, I think Iowa State has better receivers than Duke, no offense. And Deckers just needs to take some shots.
3rd and 9.
Xavier up top.
Deckers has been perfect on 3rd down. Swings this one out to Silas. And he may have gotten a yard, and that is it. Craig Young.
The former Buckeye, the transfer. I told you last night, I feel like Craig Young was going to have a big game in this game, and he's an athlete. He's a hybrid player at 6'3", 225, plays kind of that outside backer, also kind of like a safety position. Look at him break down. This is a difficult play to make in space. Terrific job by the Jayhawks defense. How impressed have we been with this defense, Brian? They come in the worst in the Big 12. Oh, that's going to be a flag.
That's a flag right there as he put the hit on him. He hadn't even caught the football yet.
I think that might have been Bo Freeler got there early.
Bo Freeler got there way early.
Yeah, that's a flag.
Kick catching interference. Kicking team number 17. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Yeah, you can see, I mean, as soon as O.J. Burroughs was about to make that catch, he got walloped by Bo Freeler. Well, that last drive for the Jayhawks ended in 7, partner.
And a lot of it was Daniel Highshaw on the ground, just barreling. Then they get the pitch out and speed option. Devin Neal down inside the 10-yard line. Then they come back with Highshaw with the acrobatics to find the end zone. 7-0 Kansas.
And they come right back with Neal. He's brought down at midfield. M.J. Anderson. Well, tonight, 7:30 Eastern, ABC, ESPN app. Saturday Night Football is presented by Capital One. It features a top 10 ACC matchup in Death Valley. 5th-ranked Clemson, 10th-rated NC State. Plus, over on ESPN2, you can catch Pat McAfee. He's got his game commentary going on as well. All of that tonight. Game day was in Death Valley today. Incomplete. He's looking at L.J. Arnold on the outside. 3rd and 8 coming for Kansas.
In one of the rare times, Brian, they're behind the sticks. 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Jayhawks. And that was just a miss by Jaylen Daniels. He had Arnold wide open on the outside. And just an errant throw.
So 3rd and 8. And 3rd down, Kansas, they've had 1 yard. They've picked up 17. They had a 3-yard pickup, an 8-yard pickup. Let's see what they do here. And here's Daniels. Throws, and he was looking at Luke Grimm. Bo Freeler was with him. But they say no flag. And 4th down for Kansas.
And I'll tell you, there was a lot of pressure coming by Will McDonald. And that's where the holding's coming from, because here's 9, Will McDonald. You're going to see him rush off the end, and there's going to be a hold coming here on the right side. 77. Cable do? Yeah, it's the right call. It's tough to block Will McDonald.
Yes, it is. Knoll standing at his own 10. And Vernon punts this one away. And it's going to be down at the 7. A 43-yard punt. Cyclones starting from their own 7. Thank you. Second time Cyclones have started inside their own 20. What a day's already been. Xavier Hutchinson. Here's Silas. Oh, boy, he's brought down at the 1. Ooh, Malcolm Lee.
Just swallowed up by 99, Malcolm Lee. Malcolm Lee's right here, come inside, and just does a good job holding the point of attack. And I'm telling you what, Brian, Iowa State right now, they are missing Jyrell Brock. Hasn't been in the game since the first series.
Yep.
And look, negative 16 rushing yards on the day, coming in averaging $133.
Yeah, you got it.
Now you're buried.
That's your workhorse. Silas pounds into that wall. And gets it to the 5. It'll be 3rd down and long to the field in Lauren.
Yeah, guys, Brock's still over here on the sidelines. He's been running around trying to work out that, I guess, right ankle. It looks like he was pointing to his Achilles earlier. So you can see a lot of frustration from him. He's not happy he's not out there, but he's trying to give these guys a pep talk.
Well, let's see if it goes to Xavier Hutchinson. He's already got a couple of catches today. He's now 2nd all-time in Iowa State history, 4th all-time in receiving yards at the bottom of your screen. Oh, picked by Kobe Bryant, the Mamba.
Kobe Bryant.
Miscommunication, Brian. On the outside, you've got Xavier Hutchinson kind of running like a double move. And right as he makes his move, the ball is thrown. Comes inside, cuts back outside, and then Bryant turns around and just makes a great play on the football. This looks like it was a cover 2 as Bryant sinks on the after the jam, comes up with a big play. His 2nd interception of the season.
He's their best cover corner out of Alabama, the Mamba. And you can see, look at Deckers and Coach Campbell. He's trying to explain himself. 1st and 10. Daniels under pressure. Gets it off to Skinner. And Skinner brought down inside the 10, and a flag comes flying out.
Flag's back where Daniels threw the football.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Number 83 was covered up and went out and caught the pass. That's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
So 83 was on the line.
So that will negate that catch by Quentin Skinner.
So 83 is on the line, and then he's going to back up, and then they're going to end up throwing the football to him. Can't do that. He's covered up.
Previous play is under further review.
And he'll take another look.
Well, they're going to take another look at that.
Because I'm thinking if you're Kansas, you're saying, hey, look, we're just setting up our receiver screen.
Right, right.
They're taking another look here to see where exactly where the pass was touched in the line of scrimmage.
There's 83.
So he's behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
And that was Marr who threw the flag as well.
Be curious to hear the explanation.
Yeah.
And the play design's brilliant. I mean, you've got so many options for Jaylen Daniels. He's got guys down the field, and then, of course, he could take off and run. And then the safety valve right there is Skinner. I think they're going to overturn this, Brian.
Yeah, I would think he would be legal if he caught that behind the line of scrimmage, and he was.
That's what they were looking for.
After further review, there is no foul downfield. The ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be first down on the 9-yard line. First and goal.
So there you go. First and goal now from the 9. Quentin Skinner, he's the redshirt sophomore out of Oklahoma. He started his journey here in Kansas as a walk-on, got himself a scholarship, and they've already said he's probably the most improved receiver.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of football, Brian. I don't know that I've ever seen that call before.
I know. This is from the pistol. I think Matt Campbell's going to call a timeout. He wants to talk to his defense. Well, next week at 8 Eastern on the ESPN Deportes, and the app. Monday Night Football matchup. You got an NFC West rivalry. You got the Rams, Niners. You remember, this is a rematch of last season's NFC Championship game. Plus, we got Peyton and Eli. They're back on ESPN2. Our coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown at 6 Eastern. And make sure you kick off your Sunday with NFL Countdown, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. They've got one-on-one interviews with Jalen Hurts and Jerry Jones. And before Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson face off, they got an inside look at how the dual threat QB has really changed the game, and we got one here in Jaylen Daniels.
I was wondering what Daniels would do against a much stouter defense.
Yeah.
Because not taking anything against their opponents the first 4 games, but this is a legit Iowa State defense that leads the conference. And so far, he's been very impressive.
Matt Campbell has been talking with the officiating crew. So obviously he didn't like something. That was one of the reasons why he called the timeout.
He did the same thing last week when there was a questionable defensive low block.
Right.
And he
that
went,
Baylor
he went nuts.
Yes, he did.
He went nuts on the sideline. In fact, he just called timeout to go nuts on the official.
Yes, he did. This is the Big 12 crew as well.
They're going to go back and look again?
As fast as that first quarter went, and this second quarter's going at a snail's pace because of this.
You jinxed us. 26-minute first quarter.
You can see Marr, head referee, talking with his crew.
Matt Campbell must have some clout. Get him to go back and take another look.
After further review, first down.
So they took another review, and it remains first down.
Campbell's not happy again.
He's not happy.
Did not get the explanation that he wanted.
So first and goal from the 9. They run the option. He keeps it as Daniels. He's brought down at the 3 by Anthony Johnson.
What patience he has reading the cornerback right there, and it's just nothing you can do. I mean, you got a really good job on the defense. The defense, they're playing their assignments, right? They're staying at home. You got Anthony Johnson, the safety, coming up there playing the quarterback like he's supposed to, and he ends up getting a few yards out of it. So it's a productive play.
Second and goal. Here's Neal. He's brought down at the 3. Isaiah Lee. First Cyclone to meet him.
And here comes the big tight end, Jared Casey, a little extra heavy set. Remember, he's the one that caught that 2-point conversion against Texas for the victory last year that really kind of propelled this momentum going into this season. There's Casey here. There's going to be some sort of movement, I promise you that. There you go.
Here's Daniels, keeping it left side, touchdown, Kansas. Fifth rushing touchdown of the season for Jaylen Daniels.
Too easy. Like taking candy from a baby down here at the goal line. Jaylen Daniels doing it with his legs.
Borchella back in for the extra point. And the first turnover of the game turns into a touchdown for Kansas.
Well, it was all capped off by an interception by Kobe Bryant. Sets up a nice speed option for Jaylen Daniels, his first touchdown run of the day.
Jaylen Daniels with that touchdown run, and it's Kansas up 14-0. And you take a look at what this Kansas offense has done. It's unbelievable. You know, coming into this game, they had 27 touchdowns.
Yeah.
This is a team that had 32 all of last season.
Incredible. Averaging, what, 45 points a game? You look at their offense. Those 27 touchdowns, by the way, tie the Buckeyes. That's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the Taco Bell Live Más student section. Of course, student sections all across the country. They're competing all season long to be the Live Más student section of the year. Here's Hunter Deckers. He threw that pick. Resulted into a touchdown for Kansas.
Well, Brian, that's been his bugaboo this season. It's turning the football over. 5 picks coming into the game, and that one at an inopportune time in your own red zone.
Eli Sanders in the backfield with him, and then another flag comes flying out.
Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
How do you have that coming out after a kickoff?
Oh, my goodness.
And Matt Campbell's must be pulling his hair out.
Whew. Now, the Cyclone offense has certainly had their issues being last in the conference.
They haven't had issues against Kansas over the last 7 years, but they're having some tough issues today.
1st and 15. Here's Sanders.
He said it in the open, Brian, 59-7 in Ames. And you better believe the folks here in Lawrence, Kansas, including Lance Leipold and his staff, you know, when they traveled up to Ames, they said they looked around at everything, the facilities, the atmosphere, and they're like, we want to emulate this.
Right.
Well, look at this place today.
Yep. 2nd down. Hunter. Decker to Xavier Hutchinson. Gilliard.
Problem is you're only getting 5 yards pop. I mean, you got to get some more explosive plays.
3rd down coming.
And look at the rotation. Kansas will rotate 23 guys on defense. That was one of their issues a season ago. Not enough depth, but they're keeping guys fresh. They're able to rotate guys in here on a big 3rd down.
3rd and long. Here's Deckers. Steps up in the pocket. Throws.
Oh, that's a lot of contact. That's,
oh, yes, absolutely. Kobe Bryant was all over Xavier Hutchinson.
No question.
Defense number 2. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
You can see here at the bottom, just grabs him right around the waist and then holds him and then tackles him. I think that's a pretty easy call.
You would know. I mean, you played the position.
It's not an easy position to play. And believe me, I have my fair share of PIs.
Deckers again. And again stepping up and again throwing downfield. He's got Stanley. Stanley inside the 5.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Been calling for it all game. You've got to take some shots down the field. If you get man-to-man coverage on the outside, and they get it right there with Mello Dotson working against Stanley. And Stanley had a big game last week. And I love the tempo here. Try to catch him off guard.
53-yard pickup. That's Sanders.
And the problem is you're right into the strength and the teeth of the defense right there. But that may be what this offense needed, a spark to get it going.
2nd and goal from the 4. Hutchinson in the slot at the back, and there's the flags.
False start.
False start. Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So that'll push him back to the 9.
Boy, just when they get something going, they're just going the wrong direction.
Hutchinson at the top of your screen. Deckers rolling left, throwing to the end zone, incomplete.
A big 3rd down. You got to go to the end zone here. And if you're Kansas, I'm saying, where's number 8? Try to double team him. And if you're Iowa State, you got to be looking for either Stanley maybe even your tight end, Easton Dean. There's Xavier down here at the bottom.
Deckers looking at Shaw. Over the middle, touchdown. Wide open was Easton Dean, the tight end. His first touchdown of the season.
That's another guy I saw come in the game that could be a target potential right here, 87.
And that's always been the backbone of the Iowa State offense.
Right behind the defense in a really well-thrown football. Right down the hash. No one within 5 yards of him. Big-time response by the Cyclones.
Gilbert, the extra point, snap is high. Blake Clark
Got it.
dives. He got in. Wow. 2-point conversion for the Cyclones off of a high snap.
Brian, he would not have been able to get into the end zone had he not done this little pump fake.
How about the senior?
Smart, but watch the pump fake right here. Just enough hesitation to allow him to get to the pylon. Wow. Now that could be huge.
Look at Coach Campbell. He's like, wait a
second.
what's going on?
Wait, no. Yeah, okay, yes. Exactly how we drew it up. That's hilarious.
Hey, that's why you got a senior there as your holder.
It's a killer mustache, too.
Yeah, it is. Well, you talked about pushing that football downfield, and that was one of the things that Tom Manning, the offensive coordinator, told us. So we got to push the football downfield.
You get these one-on-one matchups on the outside, you got to take advantage of it. And Stanley, with his great speed, beats Mello Dotson and sets up the touchdown throw and catch to Easton Dean.
14-8. Now our score. Under 3 minutes left here until the half. Keep in mind, Kansas will get the football when we begin the second half. To the studio. See what we got coming up at the half. Here's my man KC and Sam.
Indeed, because coming up, Geico halftime report. Wait till you see what TCU did to Oklahoma today in something of a Big 12 storyline. Plus, we'll check in on that fantastic finish in the SEC, how Ole Miss was able to pull it out against Kentucky. And we'll check in on that Big 12 championship game rematch, plus an injury update regarding the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, Bryce Young. Coming up when you join me and Sam O'Brien at the half.
Sounds great, thanks. Here's Daniels. Again, pitches it to Neal. Neal gets to the edge, and he has a first down. Man, so Oklahoma loses. Man, I tell you what, this conference is wide open for somebody this season.
No question. Oh, they're just killing them with the speed option. There's so much space on the edge, on the perimeter. And with Daniels as elusive as he can be, the defense has to respect it.
From their own 38. Daniels to pass. Throwing, and that's complete to Luke Grimm.
The defender fell down, Jeremiah Cooper. I'm not sure if he was the one that was supposed to be in coverage, but he's wide open. Luke Grimm is, that is. That throw. See the defender fall right there. The underneath defender, I should say. And their business.
25-yard pickup.
Looking for points before halftime.
Here's Highshaw. 1, 2, 3 Cyclones before Vaughn got him down. Make it 2nd and 5. Minute 20 left until the half.
And Brian, we talked about coming into this game, the average yards per play. was 7.8 for Kansas. Still today gets the best defense in the conference, 7.2.
Daniels steps up, downfield, looking for Grimm. Oh, just overshot him.
About a yard. I'll tell you, a lot of people don't necessarily respect the arm of Jaylen Daniels as much as they should. He's got a live arm. Steps up in the pocket. Grimm had a step on Miles Purchase. He knows he missed him by just a little bit.
1 minute.
They're in that wheelhouse, 3rd and 5.
Pump fake. And he just throws that one away.
That's excellent coverage. One of the few times all afternoon that Iowa State has been able to take away every option, even the safety valves for the Jayhawks. Will they try the field goal?
It looks like they are.
Well, we asked Lance Leipold his thoughts on his kicker's leg, and he goes, oh, he's a kicker.
He's a kicker. So here's Borchella. His career long is 50. This is going to be from 50.
Not much wind right now.
Snap is good, and the kick, it's low and to the right.
Well, I'll tell you what, now that's going to give really good field position here to Iowa State with 50 seconds left, 2 timeouts. Opportunity to put some points on the board. Take a look at the low kick. It was would have been enough leg.
Yes.
Just off to the right.
So as you point out, partner, 2 timeouts for the Cyclones. They hit on that 53-yarder on their last series that led to a touchdown.
You got 2 guys over here to double up on Xavier.
Here's Deckers. That one's over the middle. And it's the tight end, Dean.
Maybe they're finding something here with their tight end the last couple possessions.
He caught the touchdown pass.
Yeah. Now you got to hurry.
It's a 15-yard pickup. Quickly to the outside, and was it too low? It was.
Probably better he didn't catch the football. Save yourself about 15 seconds of clock in the timeout. A lot of people are looking at Deckers and saying, man, this guy is turning the football over. Listen, this is his first year starting. Right, this is only his 5th career start, has waited his time behind Brock Purdy.
Fires that one. And that is incomplete. Dimitri Stanley.
Like Lonnie Phelps got up gimping a little bit, and that's a big loss potentially for the Jayhawks. That's one of their best pass rushers. Transferring from Miami, Ohio.
It's a 3rd and 10. Cyclones are 1 for 7 on 3rd down thus far in this game. Deckers looking.
Everything's just a little bit low and short.
It is low. That was Sanders who made the catch, but the clock is running.
From Kansas, why not just call a timeout and make him punt it? Let him have 1 shot to the end zone.
I think Matt Campbell's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, 5 seconds to go. You'll take 1 shot to the end zone.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If Kansas would have called timeout with 15 seconds to go, they would have had to punt. Because they wouldn't risk that.
Right.
You know? So, Hail Mary time.
Absolutely. And look, we've seen whether it's Appalachian State or whomever.
Yep.
We've seen some dramatics here.
Yes, we have.
With this, and especially if you're Iowa State. I mean,
you got to be happy you're only down 6 points.
Thank you.
For as poorly as your offense has played, you've got no running game at all. Jyrel Brock has been, absent from the game since the first possession. I think you got to be thrilled with this and go in at halftime and say, look, guys, we've been here before. 6 points? Come on now.
-11.
And also for Kansas,
on the ground.
You feel good about the first half, too. Listen, for a team that over the last 7 years has, on average, beat you 48-6. Okay, you take a timeout.
That's the story. They're on the ground and then through the air is where Iowa State has dominated thus far.
Iowa State had a 14-play drive, I should say, that got no points.
That was that 38-yard missed field goal.
Think about that, the missed field goal, and then you throw an interception inside your own red zone that leads to a touchdown. That's the two big plays of the game. Take a look at some of the miscues that Iowa State has had. I mean, this is a botched snap. There's the missed field goal, 37-yarder, a doink. Penalty on a special teams. And the interception. To only be down 6 points is, I think if you're Matt Campbell, you look at it as a kind of a win. And now here an opportunity, one play. Get it to the end zone, though.
Deckers under pressure. And he's going to go down. Craig Young. The Ohio State transfer, and he's the guy they usually send when they want to send a blitz. Makes the play, and that's our half. (14-8). Our score. And let's go down to the field in our Lawrence system.
All right, Coach, you're up 6. What do you attribute to your success so far in the first half?
Well, I think we played pretty well defensively, except for the drive there where they hit the deep post. Playing hard, executing there. We probably could have executed that 2-minute a little bit better, but love the way we're playing. We're playing hard, but they're a good football team.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
14-8 is our score here in Lawrence. Let's send you to the studio. Kevin Connors and Sam Acho on ESPN, getting ready to start the second half. And it's the Jayhawks unbeaten, up 14-8 over Iowa State as we take a look at the first half highlights. And it was the Jayhawks who got on the board first.
No question, their offensive attack was amazing. High shot getting to the end zone. Then the interception by Kobe Bryant will set up this touchdown run by Jaylen Daniels. They go up 14-0. A big play down the field by Stanley sets up the touchdown to Easton Dean, and then a bad snap. There was some confusion as to whether the holder was up or down, or whether his knee was down. Well, he's exempt, so he's allowed to pick that knee up off the ground and run it in, so that was a 2-point conversion.
And you look at it, that interception's really been the big difference in this game right now, because that touchdown, and that's thus the reason why we have this. Look at this, negative 19 yards rushing for Iowa State, but a lot of that was from the sacks and, of course, that high snap that went over the head of Deckers, and that's been the biggest problem. Here's Morrison with the return. So now we'll see here Jaylen Daniels here, and listen, he's going up against a stout defense there in Iowa State.
It's a really good defense, the best defense in the Big 12, and it's a big-time challenge for him, and so far in the first half, he's done a really good job.
Yeah, and what about Iowa State on the other half offensively? What do they need to do?
Take some more shots down the field.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here as Daniels and the Jayhawks first offensive possession. 20-yard return. 1st and 10. Neal in the backfield. Daniels is going to keep it, though. And that's a pickup of maybe 3. Give him 2. Will McDonald makes the stop. Kansas will go with 2 tight ends. Got this bunch set at the bottom of your screen. Daniels swings it out. Chameleon. That's a first down. Good second effort.
You're right, Brian. This was a really good job by Douglas Emelian, who probably would have been tackled for about a 5-yard gain. Ends up just fighting, breaking through multiple tacklers to pick up the first down.
He's a transfer out of Minnesota. It's his first catch of the season for the Jayhawks. Back to Neal, up the middle. Freeler makes the stop, but a 14-yard pickup for the Jayhawks. And Devin Neal now over 1,000 yards in his career.
Look at this hole. The patience to then just cut it back, finds the hole, bursts upfield, gets north and south. See how much they've spread out their rushing attack. They've had 9 different ball carriers this season, Brian.
Usually, over 200 yards a game rushing. Neal again at the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Highshaw is checked back into the game. See the Jayhawks with over 100 yards rushing, averaging 245. Highshaw.
And what that does by picking up that 5 yards, it puts them in that manageable 3rd down situation again, 3rd and 4 in fact. And really now where they're at in the field, and we know Lance Leipold's mentality, probably 4 down territory here across midfield. Empty set, but there's going to be some motion.
They're completing 50% of the 3rd downs here today. Daniels is going to keep it. Cuts back. Good open field tackle. Anthony Johnson came up, the senior.
Will they go for it? It's the question. I think Lance Leipold's thinking about it. Now they're going to punt. I'm surprised. Oh, the defense has played extremely well in this ball game. You're thinking at this point, try and pin Iowa State back and see if your defense can continue to hold up.
Reese Vernon to kick things away. Knoll standing inside of his own 10. He'll go into the end zone. Touchback. 45-yard punt.
Well, Brian, I thought Iowa State's offense finally came to life a little bit there at the end of the 2nd quarter. You had that really long throwing catch to Dimitri Stanley and then the touchdown throw to Easton Dean.
Let's go to the field in Lauren.
Yeah, guys, talking to Coach Campbell coming out of the locker room there at the half, he said they're experiencing a lot of similar frustration that they felt last week against Baylor. He said, though, he feels the team is composing themselves a little better. Those miscues, though, and the calls not going in their favor. He said this team is competitive. They're tough. That's what they pride themselves in. He said discipline will be the biggest key here to get some momentum going in the second half.
That's a great point. They had 4 penalties for 40 yards in the first half, and certainly those can spiral out of control. A team, you're on the road and you're thinking, man, everything's going against us, and it goes both ways, obviously. But
Silas got the carry again. Jarrell Brock went out after the first series. It appeared to be an ankle injury. I have not seen him since. Deckers to Silas.
Very close to the first down. One of the rare times today where Iowa State's been in a 3rd and short. They were 2 for 8 in the first half on 3rd down. An opportunity here to convert and keep the drive alive.
From their own 29, this is about 3rd and half a yard.
They may have jumped there.
Silas, and he reaches forward for that first down. Wholesale changes by both squads. And you've got to let the defense get their subs in as well. Here's 1st and 10. Deckers dumps it off to Silas. Miller makes the stop. Of course, Big 12 now on ESPN Plus. It's a must-have if you're a Big 12 fan. Men's, women's, hoop action, plus a lot of other Big 12 sports. Sign up today, espnplus.com/Big12now. Deckers. And that is the Xavier Hutchinson.
Wow, how did he catch that in traffic? My goodness, that was excellent coverage. Kind of a bang-bang play. Kobe Bryant here, top of your screen, breaks on the slant, and just really good concentration by Xavier Hutchinson. First down.
Silas in the backfield. Jared Russ was in motion. And over the middle is Hutchinson. He's brought down at the 36 by Kenny Logan. 23-yard pickup.
Really nice job here by Hutchinson. Comes across the formation and just is wide open in zone coverage. I don't know how you allow Xavier Hutchinson to get that wide open. Ooh.
How about Deckers?
Lowering the boom.
Yeah. He's a big boy.
Yes, he is.
6'3", 235. To the field in Lauren.
Yeah, I talked to Hunter about Xavier, and he said he's everything you dream of having as a quarterback. He does everything that you need him to do. He can go deep on you, can get in man coverage. In critical moments, you can trust him to be there to always make a play.
He's made 9 of them, 9 catches. He averages about, 8 catches a game. Up the middle by Sanders. And that's another first down. So here you got Iowa State. They've just come out, and they just plowing around, just throwing punches, body
just
blows.
Like you, because
yeah, that's it. Body blows.
Jabbing
here.
them.
That's it, yeah.
Hitting the body, huh?
Yeah. Being methodical here.
Like the hook or the jab, B?
Both of them.
Okay.
6 minutes in this third quarter. Sanders. And now the Cyclones are in the red zone. And when they've been in the red zone, they've scored a touchdown and they've missed a field goal. All of that was in the first half.
Xavier's back in the game now. Down here. Gonna bring him in motion across man coverage with Dotson.
He's looking his way. Over the middle, though. Oh. Man, he threw that, it looked like, to two Jayhawks in the direction of Sean Shaw Jr., but
he's lucky that the goal line was the intended target.
11th play of this drive. You can see what Deckers has done on third down, 6 of 7.
Maybe find something with Dean again. Remember, Dean's the one who had the touchdown over the middle.
And he's looking for the X-Man.
Got him.
And X is going to give it to you, but he dropped it.
How does he drop that one? Oh my goodness. Deckers delivers a strike. Kenny Logan Jr. It's a double move. He beats Kobe Bryant. And Kenny Logan Jr., the safety number 1, comes over and knocks that football out from behind. If Logan's not there, that is 6 points for the Cyclones.
So from 35 yards out is the freshman, Jace Gilbert. He's already missed from 38. But he nails this one. And the lead is now 3.
They had an opportunity here. Double move on the outside. They take a shot for Xavier Hutchinson. Game of inches, but they still come away with 3. 14-11 Jayhawks.
Well, this season, All-State will celebrate every field goal and extra point made by participating universities by making a donation to the university's General Scholarship Fund, and we thank you, All-State, for doing that. Cyclones, 12 plays, 62 yards, did it in 5 minutes, 25 seconds, come up with a field goal. Savion Morrison. Morrison finds a crease and brought down at the 45. Jeremiah Cooper stopped with what could have been 6. Affected by Hurricane Ian. You can donate to redcross.com/org. ESPN to help the Red Cross prepare for and respond to and help people recover from the disaster.
Brian, I've got a lot of friends and family down in Florida who were affected by this, and several friends who've lost homes. And it's a tragedy. So do what you can.
Look, shout out to our producer, Greg Pike, who lives in Florida.
Yeah.
Made the trip, had his home. Took damage from that storm, but yet still here. (14-11). 5:20 left in this quarter. And so far, Daniels, 6 of 11, 86 yards through the air. He's running for 16 yards, and he's got a touchdown as well. He's going to throw, and that's Grimm. Gobbled up by Jeremiah Cooper. It's a 7-yard pickup for the Jayhawks.
At the 48.
This is Highshaw. Lowers the shoulder. He's got a first down and more.
Anthony Johnson just met him in the hole, Brian, and it was a collision. You could hear it all the way up here. Watch number 1 right here. He's going to come in, and it's going to be a big-time collision. Highshaw just breaks through that tackle somehow, some way. Listen to this. Incredible.
Daniels now to the air. Had a man, overthrew him though. It was looking at Quentin Skinner.
Skinner had the freshman Cooper beat. And Jaylen Daniels just misses. That's the second one he's missed that could have been a touchdown. And maybe he felt the pressure coming up the middle from Bo Freeler. But nonetheless, that's a miss. Should have been 6.
Here's Highshaw. Spins around, runs right into Jerry Vaughn. Here's Lauren.
Yeah, you know, Daniel Highshaw had to sit out a season ago, but the adversity has really helped him to mature and become a more mature player. His running back coach, Jonathan Wallace, said last year you saw him out here every day with a script in his hand, going through plays, learning as much as he could, even though he couldn't take live reps. And, you know, that's been huge for him. And I think that adversity has helped him to appreciate the game more and gave him an opportunity to get out here and improve each and every game.
Okay, Lauren, Jason Bean is checked in at quarterback. He's got it now. He's keeping it. Bean trying to get to that outside, and Colby Reeder ran him down.
Ball carriers, number 17, Jason Bean.
Miles Purchase does a really good job there on the outside, showing his speed off. We know that Jason Bean is a really talented runner with the football. And now they're in that no man's land again. Had they picked up a few yards there, I think they would have considered going for it. With it being 4th and 8, no. They're going to punt it away. That's a win for Iowa State, especially considering where they got the field position with the kickoff return.
Ooh, just missed. They went after that one. Good coverage. Woo. And it's Skinner who's going to down this one right at the 1, inside the 1.
The 1 inch.
Wow, 37-yard punt by Vernon, no return.
Well, he would have rather had 6 points on the touchdown, but he still comes up with a big play on special teams that's going to pin the Cyclones back when we come back.
99.5 yards from their own half-inch line.
Now they got to go 98.
In case you're wondering, you know, Iowa State had a 99-yard drive against Iowa earlier
to win the game. Good point. Yeah, that was an ugly game.
It was, but they had finally gotten a win in Iowa. They hadn't done that in a long time. Sanders in the backfield alongside Hunter Deckers. Deckers throwing, and again, miscommunication between Xavier Hutchinson and Deckers, and that was almost another Kobe pick.
He's so close. He's lucky that was a little bit high. Top of your screen. Kobe right here. He's playing off. And that was, so close to an interception. And another miscommunication. Xavier's looking off to the sideline saying, maybe to his coaching staff, what's going on? Miscommunication.
Iowa State is 1 for 6 when they've had 3rd and long. Deckers over the middle. Hutchinson's got it. And out of bounds at the 13, and that's enough for a first down.
You just got to find ways to get the hands or the football in the hands of number 8, and they do it here. Bring him across the formation. And again, you had all the other receivers coming across to the other side, and it was just a wide open lane for him to pick up the first down. This is huge for Iowa State.
11-yard pickup for the X-Man. This is Sanders for a couple. They'll give him 3, so it'll be 2nd and 7 from their own 21. left in the quarter. Over the middle to Hutchinson again. And he is met at the 15 by Kenny Logan Jr.
Well, Kenny Logan Jr. has now made 2 huge plays, both on Xavier Hutchinson. Logan's kind of been the captain of the defense, the quarterback of the secondary. Watch number 1 come down. If he doesn't make this tackle, he's running for days.
5th straight game that Xavier Hutchinson has had 8 catches. Deckers under pressure, flag down, sacked.
I'm not so sure this wasn't offsides because Lonnie Phelps was in the backfield before I could even blink, and certainly before Hunter Deckers could blink.
Offside. Defense, number 47. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Here's Phelps. Just a little bit too early. And Tyler Miller's thinking, how can I block this guy, let alone when he gets an extra jump on me?
Yeah, 3rd and 1 now. This will be the final play of the quarter. And that's Sanders for a 1st down, and that's the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 in Lawrence. Jayhawks unbeaten, trying to go 5-0 for the first time since 2009. Iowa State has beaten the Jayhawks 7 straight times. 4th quarter when we come back. We begin the 4th quarter here in Lawrence, Kansas. The Jayhawks up 3. But Cyclone football. Here's Deckers. He's going to keep it. He's got plenty of real estate. Lowers his shoulder. And a pickup of about 8. Craig Young came up to make the stop.
You mentioned Deckers and his size. Like, that's the 2nd time tonight where he's lowered the shoulder on a defender.
Silas in the backfield. He gets the carry. That's a 1st down and more.
It's got to be one of the longest runs of the game. Iowa State's really struggled on the ground. If you're just joining us, Jyrell Brock was injured on the opening possession and has not been back in the game.
12-yard pickup for the Cyclones. Here's Deckers again through the air. Under pressure, throws it though, and it's short.
Craig Young, 15, the transfer from Ohio State, blitzed off the edge. That's the 2nd time he's made an impact blitzing from his linebacker position. Coming in right in here, beats the running back, Silas, kind of tosses him to the side and affects the throw.
10th play of this drive. You pointed out the rushing attack. Jyrell Brock left in the 1st quarter. Iowa State had 1 yard rushing in the 2nd and 3rd quarter. To the outside, Jalen Knoll. Cross midfield in Jayhawk territory. Well, tonight, 7:30 Eastern on ABC and the ESPN app. Saturday Night Football is presented by Capital One. You got a top 10 ACC matchup. 5th-ranked Clemson, 10th NC State. Here's Deckers, though, under pressure and sacked. Sam Burt.
Well, Caleb Taylor is the one that sets up the play. He's coming around on a twist, 53. You see the twist right there. And then, of course, 93 ends up making the play.
4th sack by the Jayhawks.
Yeah, they're getting pressure.
2nd and long. Loss of 6. Make it 2nd and 16. They tried to set up the screen, and that was way too hot for Eli Sanders, but Deckers had to get rid of it.
Well, and again, Lonnie Phelps has been in the backfield all afternoon. As they try to set up the screen, on that 2nd and long, there was just nothing going. He had to get rid of the football so quickly that Sanders just couldn't even corral it.
Hutchinson at the top of your screen. Deckers looking to the boundary. And that is to Stanley.
I think this is a tough decision.
It's a 9-yard pickup. You got about, what, 7 more yards you need for a first down.
Yeah, but if you punt it, you risk kicking it into the end zone, you net 20 yards.
Yeah.
So I think the risk versus reward here is...
Go for it. Might as well.
Why not? You're down 3 points, fourth quarter, you're on the road.
Defense has been playing well.
Defense has been playing well, yes, I agree.
Silas is in the backfield. Hutchinson's in the slot. Deckers under pressure throws to Hutchinson. He caught it, and boy, he took a shot to the back.
Yeah, he took a shot and he's down. That is not good news. Somehow he ends up holding on to the football. Man, this young man is so impressive. I hope he's okay.
From an offensive standpoint, Xavier Hutchinson has been everything for Iowa State, not only today, but this season. He's got 9 catches, 83 yards. He's already broke a couple of records. He's now 2nd all-time in Iowa State history when it comes to catches, 4th all-time when it comes to receiving yards. He's gone 5 straight games with 8 catches.
Take a look at how he catches this football. I mean, he just trusts that he's going to go get it. He knows he's going to get hit, takes a big-time shot from Kenny Logan in the back. And you can tell how painful that is. And that's a good sign right there.
He's been
and
targeted.
He's jogging. That's good news.
Yep, 14 times. He's got 9 catches. And it's a first down Cyclones when we come back. 3 minutes here in this 4th quarter. Iowa State down 3. Xavier Hutchinson's got to sit this one play out because of this hook he took in his back. This is the 15th play of this drive. Keep in mind, it started from their own half-inch line. That's Silas who gets it. And again, we pointed out, against Iowa, they had a 99-yard drive to win the football game. Here's 2nd and 9. Down to the field in Lauren.
Just a quick update on Hutchinson. He's still standing here on the sidelines. He pointed to the right side of his back, was kind of twisting it, running down here, but he gave the nod. He looks like he's good to go.
That's good news.
Deckers throwing to Shaw. The Mamba has struck again. Kobe Bryant.
Well, if you're at home and you play cornerback in high school or youth football, this is exactly how you play a double move on the outside. Stays exactly stride for stride, goes up highest point, the ball a little bit underthrown, and again, if Xavier Hutchinson's out there, that's him. Instead, you're going to Sean Shaw, the 5th-year senior, who's got 8 catches on the year, but it's not Xavier Hutchinson. And after, what was that, a 16-play drive, 17 plays, B?
Yeah.
For that to happen, that is devastating.
4th career interception for Kobe Bryant, his 2nd of the day. We'll take another look at it. By the way, Coach Leipold and his Kansas squad 6-1 when they've got a lead entering the 4th quarter. Okay, so he's got the foot in. Now let's see right here. Oh, the bobble. What are they going to say?
Ooh.
The control. Control, right?
That's a good question, yeah.
The control is what they're taking a look at. No doubt the foot's in.
I didn't see the football bobble like that as he was coming down.
But watch it move there.
It moves. It's out. Ooh, Brian.
Yeah, control.
Could be a savior for the Cyclones.
Oh, my goodness. And keep in mind for Iowa State, that first pick has been really the difference maker because they threw it in the red zone.
Yeah, and it was a double move as well. And you know, Kobe Bryant, who coaches said is probably their best cover corner, has really played well today.
He has.
Remember, he had that pick 6 against West Virginia to seal the game. 86-yard touchdown.
This is going to be a big one by Kevin Marr and this crew, because you want to talk about a momentum swing. This play right here.
Now they're moving the chains back.
Here we go. Yep.
After further review, it was an incomplete pass. There is no interception. It'll be 3rd down and 9 from the 28-yard line.
Oh, and that's huge because now it gives the football back to Iowa State. Not only does it give the football back to them, but they're already in field goal range. Down 3. Fans here in Lawrence are not happy, but it's the right call. And guess who's back in the game?
Oh, yeah. The X-Man is back. 3rd and 9. 17th play now of this drive.
You got him. Got him one-on-one at the top, Brian.
Deckers looking for him, crossing. Oh, and he missed him.
Man, I don't love that decision on that route. You got one-on-one coverage. I'm thinking about taking a shot deep to Xavier. Instead, you run him across on a short, shallow, and Logan's going to follow him as well. And this football's thrown well beyond where Xavier can get to. So now, the freshman kicker.
This is from 45. Keep in mind, his career long is 39.
So for as upset as Kansas fans were 2 minutes ago, they actually get the ball with better field position. Doink the clown. Man. Freshman kickers.
My goodness.
Poor kid.
This is Daniels. Our score 14-11. A couple of yards he picks up. Iowa State, another massive drive that comes up empty. I mean, they went 18 plays, 72 yards. It started from their own half-yard line. They took 6 minutes off the clock, and they miss a field goal. You might remember the first quarter, they went 14 plays,
yeah, I was gonna say,
63 yards.
How many long drives have they had that stalled?
Yes,
or they just got 3 points out of it, I should say. Well, there's Will McDonald. Yep.
Making plays. That's what he does. This is the kicks that we've been talking about here by Jace Gilbert, the freshman. That was the first one. Hit off that right upright and how about
Same
that?
upright.
Same upright.
Man. He couldn't do that again if he tried.
Really?
Played the lottery tonight.
Here's a big third down. Highshaw in the backfield. Daniels. Plenty of time. Throwing and almost intercepted. Anthony Johnson was right there.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself for that. That hit both hands. And if he stays up, he may have run that into the end zone. Well, listen, I mean, Kansas defense has played extremely well. Coming into this game is one of the worst defenses in the country, the worst defense in the Big 12. They have answered the bell here today against Iowa State.
Knoll standing at his own 30. Dropped it! And Kansas comes up with it! Torrey Loughlin makes the recovery as Knoll dropped the punt.
Brian, what did Matt Campbell tell us in our meetings this week? We talked about the three things he has to do in this game, and one of them was they cannot lose this game on special teams.
He said our coverage and return game needs to be right.
And they've had multiple errors in coverage, and now in the return game, and then the two doinks.
Yes. How about the two-point conversion they had with the high snap?
They got lucky on that one.
They converted.
Man.
Highshaw with Daniels. Daniels keeps it, spins, but caught from behind by Kendall Jackson.
Like a fine wine. Kendall Jackson does a great job coming, blitzing off the edge. You've got a blitzer off the edge. And Kendall Jackson fights to make that stop. It was Will McLaughlin who's coming off from the Mike linebacker position.
And you get a sense that if you're the Cyclones, you're probably saying, defense, we're going to win this game. We got to win it.
And you need a turnover or a stop, like right now.
Here's Highshaw.
Oh, guess who again?
Bounces off one tackler, and then, boy, he runs into a gang of Cyclones. And did he lose the football? He did! Turnover.
You called it, partner.
Orion Vance, he's been ripping at it for the longest, and you can see Highshaw grabbing for his hamstring.
That poor kid has battled through so many injuries. And he was just fighting for every inch at the end of this run. And I think, Brian, what happens here, I think he tweaks the hammy. And when he does, he just loses the grip on the football. Oh, great strip there by Orion Vance, 34. Senses when the running back's held up, and then he strips it out, and then he ends up recovering the football.
Remember, that happened in the first half, but we couldn't tell the knee was down.
Yeah, good point. Boy, what a game, Brian. This has been back and forth. Kind of a weird game.
I know, another turnover. And so Cyclone football when we come back.
Everything going on college football right now. Mississippi State comfortably in front of Texas A&M over on the SEC network. Penn State tighter than expected against Northwestern right now on ESPN. Florida State has just scored and connected on a two-point conversion to make it a one-touchdown game on ABC. We'll continue to keep you updated throughout the afternoon. Brian.
Okay, Kev, thank you. This week's college football rankings are brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Alabama. But it's close against Arkansas. Our score here, 14-11. And they brought out the cart here for Daniel Highshaw. You see both head coaches out there too, looking on as they put him on the cart. And Take that young man away.
You see all the Kansas players now coming out to show a little love.
Absolutely. Scored a touchdown earlier.
Played a heck of a game. And kid's been battling injury since he's been here. Finally starting to get healthy. Has the big run last week against Duke. Had a touchdown, an amazing touchdown run earlier in this game. You hope it's not as serious as it looks.
And there's Coach Leipold there with him. Let's go down to the field in Lauren.
Definitely a difficult scene to watch as they put Highshaw on the cart as they get ready to bring him off the field. You know, talking to that young man earlier this week, you know, he had battled so much adversity last year, had to sit out the entire season with a tear in his hip. There was a tendon that had torn on his hip, and that was something that was very significant, very rare. He told me that the doctors had not seen that before. And, you know, he just sat and he was patient and he worked through it. And it's just really difficult to see this young man having to go through adversity here again.
Highshaw out of Oklahoma.
Here's your Jayhawk is number 20, Daniel Highshaw.
You know, Andy Koldenecki, their offensive coordinator, said he's probably the most powerful player he's ever been around.
Yeah, he said the best combination of speed and power I've ever seen in a football player. So Orion Vance was the one who forced the football out of Highshaw's arms. You know, Cyclones came into this leading the Big 12 in takeaways. They had 8 of them, got 9 now. So here's Deckers, Cyclones from their own 42. Play fake to Silas. He throws to the outside. And that's Stanley who makes the catch. Give him 6 yards. Out of bounds at the 48. Matt Campbell, perfect in his career against Kansas. Has never lost to the Jayhawks. Silas wrapped up in the backfield.
Zion DeBose. We had talked with the staff about him this week. They mentioned he may get in the game and he may make a play. May have made one of the biggest plays of the day for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, loss of 4. So now it's 3rd and long. It's 3rd and 8. From their own 44. Hutchinson's at the bottom of your screen. He's going across the middle.
He's got him.
He's got him. He's at midfield and gets upended.
He's just short.
He's maybe a half a yard shy.
I think a half an inch shy. It is
first
very
down.
close. Excellent tackle by Kobe Bryant. In fact, I thought that Xavier was going to be able to cut upfield here. Instead, he breaks down, kind of gets a little bit lucky there as he sort of trips, and Xavier kind of falls over top of him.
They'll go for it. 4th and 1.
Quarterback sneak all day.
10 catches, 90 yards.
I hate going out of the shotgun on 4th and inches. They try to draw him off sides.
They give it to Silas, and he's got the first down.
That's a really good job cutting back by Silas, because it's all plugged up to this side. It's all plugged up, but he cuts back this way. Beautiful job by the running back Deion Silas, excuse me.
Here's Silas again, cuts back and brought down at the 45 of Kansas.
The way that the Cyclones have been just chewing the clock up with these long drives, I mean, this could be the last drive of the game. This is dink and dunk.
6 minutes left in this football game. Here's Deckers. Under pressure, spins, and sacked. Lonnie Phelps.
Eddie Wilson's the first one that gets there. He can't get him on the ground. And then Lonnie Phelps is the one who finishes it off. 11's the one who's going to be the one coming around here, the big defensive tackle, Eddie Wilson. That sets up the sack for Lonnie Phelps, and now a 3rd and 12.
5th sack of the day for the Jayhawks. Phelps is the sack leader for Kansas. Here's 3rd and 12. Deckers throws over the middle. And incomplete for the tight end, Easton Dean.
You got to punt this, I think. 4th and 12. Still have plenty of timeouts left. 5.5 minutes. You can try to pin them deep. Last couple drives, your defense has played pretty well against Kansas.
So here's Tyler Perkins. Luke Grimm is standing at his own 10. Perkins punt.
Too much.
Way too much. Jayhawk football. 5 minutes, 20 seconds left in this game. Well, tonight, 7 Eastern, ESPN Plus at the top of the hour. It's live from the Apex in Vegas. Fight night. Women's strawweight main event. Mackenzie Dern and Yan Xiaonan. Go to ESPNplus.com where you can download the ESPN app.
On the touchback.
Meanwhile, Kansas can put this game away.
At the 20.
How about this? Kansas, though, in this half, just 3 first downs as they give it to Neal.
Flag.
Just 38 yards as the flag comes flying here.
Holding, offense number 67, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, 1st down.
And Daniels is 2 of 4 for 18 yards.
It's the left guard, Dominic Pooney. There's the hold right there. Gets the body turn, grabs the jersey. That's a big-time penalty to start this drive.
Now from their own 10. Daniels over the middle, wide open. The tight end, Mason Fairchild with the catch.
Boy, how does he get so wide open? It's like the linebacker there, Kendall Jackson, drops way off to the right and leaves that huge void for Fairchild to sit down in.
I mean, I think they just called another penalty.
Oh my goodness. Couldn't hear the official.
Backed him up 5.
I think they said ineligible downfield, Bry.
Now 1st and 25 from their own 5. Here's Neal. And so for your Iowa State, at what point do you start?
At this point, I wouldn't use any timeouts because you get 4 minutes to go and it's 2nd and 18. If they somehow got a 1st down, then you'd consider it. Because if you get a stop here, I mean, you're going to get excellent field position. And, you know, the thing you'd want to do is essentially try to get a walk-off winner and not leave them any time. But a long way to go before they get the football back.
How about this line up here? They give it to Neal, though. Neal patiently plodding away. Vance makes the stop. 6-yard pickup.
They're going to hit one now, though, I think, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since they take one here before third down, you just imagine if you get a stop, you'll take another one. Brian, let's take a look at what has gone wrong here in the fourth quarter in terms of miscues for the Cyclones. Talked about a missed doink off the right, upright, off a long drive, and then another special teams gaffe, a muff punt, and then, of course, for the Jayhawks, Highshaw, who unfortunately is injured on this play, has to be carted off, ends up fumbling the football and gives it back to the Cyclones. So it's been kind of a back and forth, weird second half. Not a lot of rhythm or flow to it. Only 3 points have been scored here in the second half. So kind of surprising.
And listen, these one-score games, especially close games like this, are nothing new to Matt Campbell and Iowa State. In fact, Matt Campbell, 16-22 in one-score games. They've lost 5 of the last 6 one-score games. That only win, how about Iowa earlier this season? Under pressure, sacked. MJ Anderson.
Yeah, MJ Anderson's right here, and he comes inside and does a great spin move, and Jaylen Daniels just doesn't even know what to do. Beats Bostic. Bostic is the NFL draft prospect playing the left tackle. And just gets beat right there. And I'll tell you what, when they decide to put MJ Anderson in the game with Will Anderson at the same time, they put them opposite as bookends, right? They both are listed on the depth chart as the Leo, but when they play them together, it is a nightmare for offensive lines.
Iowa State called their second timeout. Of course, baseball tonight. Mets, Braves, key series. This series is all tied up in the standings. So basically the winner of this series is going to win the division, and you do not want to miss it. Sunday, 7 p.m. ESPN coverage also available on ESPN Deportes and the app.
All comes down to the final 3 minutes of this game.
Here we go.
Noel, some good ones, Brian.
Oh, man. Noel standing at his own 45. Vernon from his own end zone. He'll punt it away. Noel comes up, makes the catch at midfield. Across midfield. Fags down, and he's brought down inside the 40. It was a 38-yard punt, a 10-yard return.
I think you're going to get a block in the back as 2 Jayhawks went flying. And they're going to talk about it.
There is no foul on the play. First down.
Well, they're not going to like that here in Lawrence.
Not at all.
Leipold is livid. Yeah, it's close. It was right there.
That was Darian Porter, who came in there for Iowa State. So 1st and 10 for the Cyclones from the Jayhawk 42. Deckers steps up in the pocket. Throws incomplete.
Boy, he was in the grasp and nearly sacked. Lucky just to get that football away. Sam Burt, 93, right here in the middle. Gonna come around, ends up on the ground, gets him in the grasp somehow. Deckers is able just to get that football away within the area of a receiver. Saves him about 5 yards.
Hutchinson in motion. They'll throw it to him. Got a block. And knocked out of bounds at the 36. 7-yard pickup. 3rd down coming for the Cyclones.
And it's all or nothing now, Brian. It's 4 down territory the rest of the way.
Could this come down to that kicker again? The freshman who's already missed 2?
There's Xavier.
Deckers. Pressured.
Short.
Logan.
He's going to come across the formation. I just don't know why so many short crossing routes when Kansas is just sitting on it. I mean, it's a great job by the Jayhawks. And now, Brian, this could be the ballgame.
Here we go, 4th and 3. Under 2 minutes left in the game.
The Jayhawks smell it. Can they finish it?
Iowa State is 3 of 4 on 4th down this season. Deckers throws complete. Silas has got a 1st down and more.
And you got an injured player.
Easton Dean, the tight end, is down for the Cyclones. There he is. Looks like he's grabbing his hamstring as well.
Oh, goodness. It's been a physical game. There's no doubt about that. And that's not a good news there for Easton Dean.
Let's take a look at who is making a connection, brought to you by Cintas.
Oh, guess who, Brian?
Oh, boy.
X going to give it to you, right?
Yes, he is.
He has had himself a day.
12 catches, 97 yards. Those 12 catches ties his career high.
And really, the thing about it, which is so impressive, is it's all been short routes. And they haven't really got the football to him on an explosive play.
Deckers, plenty of time. Throwing for the end zone. Incomplete, though, in the direction of Jalen Knoll.
Craig Young, we've been calling his name all day long. The hybrid linebacker / safety, can do it all. He does a great job blitzing and area coverage. It's a terrific job.
2nd and 10 from the 29 of Kansas. Deckers under pressure over the middle and dropped.
Brian, you got to get at least 5 yards here to have a field goal attempt that you feel comfortable with. And the question is, I mean, do you put the freshman kicker back out there again? He's had the leg on both kicks. And of course has made one kick, but maybe a redemption story.
Third and 10. Deckers, he's going to keep it and run.
Now it helps him out for the field goal.
Rich Miller comes up and makes the stop.
And Kansas should hit a timeout.
They'll mark it at the 23, flag down.
Illegal substitution. Defense, 12 men on the field. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Wow. Wow.
Keep in mind they were at the Kansas, was it 24? And they placed that to the 19. Well, mark it here at the 24 then. So 3rd and 5. Deckers throws. Hutchinson.
Close.
He's a yard shy.
Oh, now it's decision time.
Burrows makes the stop. It's at the 19. Clock is moving. What do you do, coach? You got a timeout?
It's a tough decision. I think you'd go for it.
Quarterback
Especially
sneak?
Yeah, I mean, but they're not going to. They're going to go out of the gun. But the last time, Silas did a great job cutting back. Maybe you run it down and you call timeout. That's what they're going to do. At least think about it. Because if you don't get this, game's over. If you make the kick, you're going to go to overtime and have a chance to win the football game, or at least put it in an opportunity to get you back in the game. Let's go back and look at Jace Gilbert.
He's the freshman.
The freshman.
That was in the first quarter from 38 yards out.
Yes, this is not the same kick, but it looks like it.
Yes, it does.
I don't know that I've ever seen a kicker hit the same upright twice in one game.
So he's missed from 38. He's missed from 45.
He's warming up.
The one make he had today was from 35 yards out.
With 32 seconds left, I think you kick it. And that's what they're going to do. So here's your ball game.
38 yards. Make it 37.
And I wonder if Kansas will try to ice him. Yes, they will. I think they will.
Blake Clark is your holder. Kick is up and he missed it.
Wow. Brian, I think you overcompensated. That one was completely just a squib to the left.
We've talked about it. These close games are nothing new to the Cyclones, but they've lost 5 of their last 6 in one-score games. And it looks like the Jayhawks are on their way to going 5-0 for the first time since 2009.
That one didn't even have a chance. I feel for that young man. That's tough.
Last time Kansas beat Iowa State right here in Lawrence, it was in 2014.
And guess who's going to be ranked in the top 25 for the first time since what, 2009?
How about it?
What a story.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk, there's no place like home.
And they did it in an unconventional way. They're scoring 45 points a game. They won this game with their defense.
How about that? And here comes the student body onto the field. Five and 0 for the first time since 2009. They had lost 7 straight to Iowa State. And that freshman kicker there, boy, rough night for him at the office as he missed 3 field goals for the Cyclones. And Jaylen Daniels was the one who coined it. He says it's a new era of Jayhawk football here in Kansas.
don't think anybody in Lawrence thought this would be the scene about 6 weeks ago. Incredible.
And that sea of humanity is our Lawrence Sisler with the winning coach.
The sea of humanity indeed. First and foremost, Coach, a big win tonight. The first win you've gotten, 5-0, the first time since 2009. Just describe the feeling around this program as these fans just storm the field.
So excited for our guys because really today was a little bit different. I think we won it on the defensive side of the ball, played really well. Boy, I don't know, we had a lot of penalties and we're almost trying to give the thing away in the fourth quarter, but we found a way to make it happen.
Describe the resiliency of your football team to hang tight and be able to get this win tonight.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about it. It's going to be 60 minutes, and we've been through some of these situations, and we're just going to keep battling, and they really believe in one another right now.
And the defense, talk about how they stepped up in a big way tonight.
They did. They stepped up, made some stops when we needed them, bend but didn't break. I know we got some field goals that hit the uprights, and dang, it feels good to be lucky sometimes.
Look, you talked earlier this week about there's no longer hoping to win football games. There's an expectation to win football games. It looks like the fans feel much the same way. What's it like playing in front of a packed house like this with the expectation to come out here and win?
Well, it's great. I'm happy for our fans, happy for our players. They've worked so hard for this, and everybody's starting to believe just a little bit more.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Sometimes it's just meant to be. I mean, Jace Gilbert, the freshman kicker for Iowa State, I mean, coming into this game, he was 5 of 5. He was perfect on the season. He goes 1 for 4 here today.
And you feel for those kids, man, because, you know, as a special teams player, you're kind of on an island as it is. And he's a freshman kicker. And it's not all his fault.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the offense got to score touchdowns to win football games, right? But again, just a tough loss for the Cyclones.
Yeah, it is. How about this Kansas squad, man?
Legit. I mean, they proved it. And they proved they can win it, not with their offense, but with their defense.
That's the important thing for this squad, because they had just been mauling teams with that offense. But it's the defense. And listen, they should be ranked in the top 25 on Monday.
Should be ranked in the top 20.
How about that? That's going to do it here from Lawrence, Kansas. Lawrence Sisler, Dustin Fox, and our entire ESPN crew. I'm Brian Custer. Thanks for joining us. College football scoreboard, it is next. So let's send you right now to the studio in Bristol.